through the lineups once again for the latecomers. Barrow making 2 changes from the 0-0 draw at the bank holiday weekend against Boreham Wood, lining up with a 4-4-2 formation, we presume it to be. In goal, Steve Arnold, the back four of Donovan McCollum, Callum McDonald, Moussa Diarra and Ollie Cook, a 4-man midfield of Nathan Waterston, Dan Jones, Kingsley James and Lewis Walters, with Grant Holt partnering Luke James up front. On the bench for Barrow, Jordan White, Bradley Bowres, Hani Paniatu, Tony Dian and Bedsenti Gomez.
He's noticed that from that first throw. He wasn't happy, the keeper, so he's gone and stood there.
There's Dan Jones again, launches another long one in. Ollie Cook was going for it, looking for a push there. Headed on by Kingsley James, drops over the bar, and your instinct there, Goody, was massive push.
Massive push, yeah, no doubt about that. You can't do it, can you? If that had been in the middle of the park, in the centre circle, it's a free kick, an easy one for the ref.
Clever little passing move here from Fylde. Hardy. Good challenge there by Dan Jones, and now Barrow looking to break. Kingsley James rolls the ball into Luke James on the halfway line, who opens his legs, brings the ball into the half, rolls a nice ball into Grant Holt, tried to play a neat little pass back to James, but he just wasn't there. Fylde pushing forward again now. Finley holding the ball up on the edge of the area, looking for runners. In the end, delivers a great ball into the area, bouncing right through the middle of everyone. Steve Arnold had to react to it, manages to keep the ball out, manages to keep the ball from going for a corner as well. Anyway, here for the Bluebirds from this corner, so Lewis Walters to take it.
Time Big Moussa scored.
Moussa Diarra is up there. Barrow with a line of players in front of Jay Lynch. They can certainly see a problem coming there for the Fylde keeper as the ball's put across. Comes back to Luke James. Challenge comes in on the edge of the area. Barrow looking for a penalty. Referee says no, and now a chance for Fylde to break here as McComb has slipped, and it's let them in here, and a chance is in a goal. It's the easiest goal that Johnny Smith is probably going to score in his career, and Fylde, from being up against it, have taken the lead.
Well, we've just been defending a corner. That's one of the reasons. And I'm going to be harsh why we are where we are, because we had lots of pressure there for a little spell. We won a corner. You want that momentum to stay on. Ball comes in, gets cleared. There was a big shout for a challenge on James. They won it, and then they smacked it right down the park. They had one man on the halfway line. McComas stood 5 yards behind him. He went to try and win the ball first time. Just got rolled by the 10 because he knew that he was coming. Used his experience against a guy that's learning to play as a defender, and that's where it's just cost Barrow massively.
Dan Jones launches a long throw in. Waterston gets there this time, and it's a brilliant flick from Nathan Waterston into the back of the net for his first goal for the Bluebirds. The home ball boy has got the equaliser, and it's 1-1.
Made up for him. He's learnt quickly. He didn't hang about that time. Waited, and that's what I said before. Adam, when that ball went in from James, he didn't wait. He went and tried to meet it and got under it. That one, he stood still, waited for the ball to come in, straight onto him. Great flick that time. Over the moon for the kid, because we needed that big style. The way we'd gone 1-0 down could have been, I said to you, could have had a massive effect on the side, but it hasn't. It's given them a big lift now. That goal gets them back to where they were 2 minutes ago.
7 goals in 33 appearances for Workington this season. He's going to got his first goal now for the Bluebirds, and no doubt, I'm very sure him and his family will be jumping for joy with that one. Letting the ball roll free. In the end, it's back with Steve Arnold. Now he finds Donovan McComb on that right hand side. Slips as he sends a long ball forward. Waterston flicks it inside. Now Luke James trying to get onto the ball, but 2 or 3 orange shirts around him as well. Barrow though won a free kick, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on there. Luke James felt that he was kicked as the ball broke free.
Yeah, the handbags are out now.
And now Barrow roll it out to Dan Jones. Swung into the middle. Grant Holt again playing like a holding midfielder on the halfway line. Bounces off him though and gives possession back to the visitors. Rolled forward. Nice little ball through there by Finley. Chance here again. It's Smith who got free. Shoots straight at Steve Arnold, and in the end it's put behind for a corner to Fylde. Corner to the Bluebirds. Swung into the area. Ollie Cook gets his head onto it. No one there at the back post. Kingsley James has made a run right across though. Hammers it across goal. Now Kingsley James again will try and start a break for Barrow. Into Grant Holt. Holt does well, holds the ball up and plays a beautiful pass through for Kingsley James. Back it goes to Dan Jones. Now Dan Jones launching a break forward through the middle here for Barrow. Nice little touch from Jones. Luke James in the box here for Barrow. Right across it goes, and Lewis Walters just the wrong side of it as it bounces away from him. And I mean, why didn't Luke James pull the trigger there? And Grant Holt playing in like a left back position now for the Bluebirds. Long ball forward, looking for Luke James. Up against Simon Grand. Grand gets a touch on it. It's not the best one though. Jay Lynch had to sprint across, and in the end couldn't get a full contact on his pass, but Jordan Tunnicliffe was back there defending for Fylde. Long ball forward. Danny Rowe out muscles Cook, gets his shot away. Danny Rowe, and it's into the back of the net, and Fylde lead 2-1.
That's where it's too deep. You know, that's what I've just said. That's what I was worried about. They weren't doing it, they weren't stopping deep, but they did that time. That allowed that ball to get up and over the top. Danny Rowe then, not been in the game really, he then makes that run because he knows, hang on, you're deep here, you're in the penalty box, so I'm coming in to join you. No one really committed themselves. Let it bounce, he's in on it, one touch, bang, past Arnold. He makes it look so easy, but that's where he is dangerous. They've paid for that, they've paid for the one time they've switched off in this second half and they've been caught out.
You just need Barrow now to respond the same way as they responded to the opening goal. Completely switching off at the back. And now the Bluebirds going straight through it with Dan Jones, and in the end had to be turned over the bar from Jay Lynch straight from the kick-off there. Great opportunity, but a very equal great save from Jay Lynch. Visitors leading in this game 14 minutes into the second half. Dan Jones lynches the ball forward. Nathan Waterston gets it down under control, goes down inside the box, referee waving it away. Now that looked certain there.
He clipped his back foot, didn't he? You know, Waterston took it down well. Great ball from Jones. He took it and he took the ball away from the defender. Clever by the kid, knew what he was doing. He knew that if that ball got in front of him, the defender had to come across him to try and win it, and he clipped his back leg. You know, he didn't even dive, he just clipped his leg, he went down. You know, and that's been really the way Mark Edwards has been tonight. You don't know what decision he's going to give, you know, after any contact has been made. And he's, you know, Holt's had another big word there because, and Holt said, hey mate, you got that one wrong.
Down the line, cleared away again. Gets the ball back on this right hand side, tries to play a nice ball over to the left, and now Lewis Walters gets it under control. Walters turns, swings the ball into the area. Grant Holt go into it, but it just bounces away from him into the hands of Jay Lynch.
Yeah, it didn't come on enough, did it?
Disappointed with the way that he defended for that goal. There's another goal flash from the Champions League. Real Madrid now lead 2-0 in that game in Turin. Cristiano Ronaldo once again with his second goal. The ball's flicked on now. Luke James trying to get in. Simon Grand had his hold of Luke James's shirt. James goes to ground. Nothing given again though. The ball's cleared away. Picked up now by Ollie Cook. Plays it forward. Grant Holt manages to turn Finley outside of his foot, trying to release Lewis Walters, but Andy Bond's there to intercept. Sends the ball clear, and Mark Edwards certainly not making many friends behind that goal, the Hoke Street end.
I don't know what it's going to take for him to give a penalty. I think someone's have to get shot.
Yeah, certainly, it's as you say. I mean, you can't put any words on it, can you?
No, you can't.
Fylde making a substitution. Jack Muldoon making way. Serhat Tazdemir is the man to come on here for Fylde, and he's certainly going to come on and try and unsettle this Barrow defence a bit more. James rolls it forward. Andy Bond's there, clears it once again. Danny Rowe gets away from Ollie Cook far too easily, and the referee gives a free kick right on the edge of the area here, and it's only a yellow card for Ollie Cook. Freeview Channel 7-2-1 this evening. Long throw down the line, flick on there by Smith. Barrow getting possession back through Grant Holt. Wins the ball again, flicks the ball over the top now. Nice ball. Lewis Walters inside the area for Barrow, shoots it on goal, turned round the post by Jay Lynch for the corner. Here's a long throw into the box, it goes. Keeper's flaps at it again, bounces right across in the end, almost bundled into his own net there from a man in orange. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving going inside the box there with Grant Holt and Jay Lynch. Referee's not spotted it though, and now Fylde looking to break here themselves. Smith brings it inside the Barrow half, still going. Into the box he goes. cooks the wrong side of him again, but in the end manages to recover and send it back. And while this is going on, there's still pushing and shoving going on inside the box between Grant Holt, Jay Lynch and Sam Finley, who's come back to get in between them. To the middle, Danny Rowe puts his foot through it, hammers it forward for Tasnemir to go for. Steve Arnold has to come out, and he's caught out there, Steve Arnold, and Barrow in all sorts of danger here now. Rolled on to James Taylor, gets himself free. Good recovery from Dan Jones, cleared away by McDonald. Shot comes in, out of play it goes. In fact, it's not quite gone out yet, it's kept in, right by the corner flag. Long throw again from Jones, into the box it goes again, it's right on the keeper, and Lynch again palms it away. Now Fylde looking to break here as Finley brings it forward. Good tracking back there from Lewis Walters. McDonald overhits the pass though, gives Walters no chance, and Fylde with an easy clearance.
That's what he's up against, Pennick. It's massively difficult now. You know, it's a big mental thing to get these lads lifted as well.
Closing stages here. Comes to McComber, edge of the box, has a shot. Blocked by Burt. McComber squeezes it back in. Luke James inside the area, tries to wriggle free, goes to ground again inside the box. Referee waving it away. McComber gets a shot in, and that's going to run out of play. It will be a goal kick. As McComber not happy there, and Jay Lynch takes his time, does eventually send a long ball forward. By my clock, the 4 minutes of injury time are up as Fylde bring the ball forward. Tasnemir inside the area, gets free. Tasnemir gets a shot in, puts it into the back of the net to finish the game off here right at the end of injury time, and it's 3-1 to Fylde.
You know, he's took McCormack back from the halfway line again, hasn't he? He's ran with him, McCormack. He's gone all the way back towards the penalty area. He was clever enough to realise that this lad can't really close me down. If I keep taking him into the box, he's going to go with me and go with me. Before you know it, he's just looking Tasnemir at the far post, being open.
Really has summed up what has been a disappointing second half here for the Bluebirds. All the promise that had been shown from the first half performance, and certainly the start of the second half, goes awry as the referee blows the final whistle, and it's Fylde who do make their way into the playoff positions for the Bluebirds. They lose two of their two of their advantage really in the goal difference, and it's not what they needed to do today, was it?
No, it wasn't, you know, and it was good to watch for, you know, spells of the first half. You know, we were competing really well, the tempo was good, we created some great opportunities. You know, James got into the byline 3 times and pulled fantastic balls back that I said to you, if it had been one of the top teams, they'd have been tapping.
All in all, the frustrations there to be seen from everyone. It has finished here at Holker Street, another home defeat for Barrow, having shown so much promise with the first half performance. It's finished Barrow 1, Fylde 3.